Alright, hello everyone. My name is Abilia14 and I'm going to be doing some Hard to Bind 4. Just one moment. Here we are. Alright, so I think we should probably start with something a bit simple. Just a bit simple. Let's see, so we have main countries here. However, I think, there are a lot of big countries, they're always out for something. They have their own goals. Some of them want to take over things. Some of them just want to be independent. But one country is the one that truly rule them all. That's right. I'm talking about the best country in the world, the most powerful country. That is Albania. My boy King Zog. During this time, Albania, at least historical context, from what I understand, heavily depended on Italy during the interwar period. But without any further ado, let's just jump in. I'm going to keep this off Iron Man mode, but rest assured that I will not cheat. I don't do that. I don't even know how to anyway. So Albania starts out with virtually nothing. What we'll probably want to do is start with industry expansion. However, we do want to prepare for... We're sort of looking into the future here, but yes, there is something that will happen that will directly affect us, which ironically will come from my best friends in Italy, who are guaranteeing us. That's right, I remember. All the time. You can tell I'm doing everything super fast because I'm very familiar with Albania. It wouldn't be the first time I've actually tried playing as Albania. We're not even going to bother trying to get some steel, which is what we need. We just want to start building our first fortifications for the inevitable invasion from Italy. But we are not going to submit. We are better than that. We are Albania. King Zog, the best. We're not influenced, besides, Italy. But we're all loyal to Zog. I'm going to crank up the speed here. I don't have the best computer, so it's not going to go as fast as I should hope, but I think for now it should go fast enough. So, as a small country, Albania, there's only so much you can do, especially in these early stages of the game. However, that cannot stop us from actually making an impact. Even though this is historical focuses, who knows what will happen. But we're just playing the waiting game, really. We start out with a mere 3 factories, 2 civilian, 1 military, no naval factories, no ships either, even though we're a coastal nation. No air force, nothing. Hardly anything. We do start out with a pretty cool general. He's a field marshal, actually. And 1 unit. 1 division. There are no other named parties. And I'm pretty sure even the leaders of other parties are they're just completely different people. Every single different game. But that's fine. We're not gonna change. We're gonna stay as non-aligned. We're gonna stick with Zog. Also, I remember last time I played, I noticed this, which is sort of ironic. Maybe that's historical. Maybe it's not. I have no idea. But Enver Hoxha, the communist leader of Albania back in the day, is the democratic Leader. Democratic reformer. So that's a thing. We're still waiting. Really doing nothing. But who knows what may happen, as I said earlier. I really wanted to start a series. I didn't want to make it too complicated. I just sort of wanted to test out my capabilities with recording on this crummy laptop I have anyway. And plus, Albania is the best country in the world anyway, so I think that's just a given fact. How's Ethiopia doing? Probably won't be around for much longer. And they haven't really lost any territory yet. Good for them. Poor Selassie. I probably said that wrong. Selassie. Oh god. Sounds like something from like America. From the United States. I can already tell this is going to be a long waiting game. Oh. So let's see what we do have. We start out with basic equipment, which is literally the same thing that they had in World War I, so it's pretty low tech. We don't have any of this stuff. We surprisingly have support equipment research though, although I don't think. Oh no. Huh. So you have that. The brave Albanian army ready to fight for their continued freedom. We're not going to fall in the hands of the Yugoslavs, or the Greeks, or the Italians from across the water. No, we are the Albanians. For those of you who love history or just want to sort of know more about Albania, it's actually pretty interesting, and it goes back pretty far too. All the way to, I think, the first records of anything really Albanian, at least from what I know, is in the 1400s with Skanderbeg. He is sort of known as a hero to Albanians. He's very popular as a historical figure, and he sort of founded the national identity of the Albanians. I don't know if that's actually true, but he's one of the most well-known. He was one of the most well-known Albanians for centuries, and then of course, Albania didn't really come into existence again after the rebellion until I think 1912, with Albanian independence from the Ottoman Empire. But even then, they faced some tough times, going through various government changes from kingdom to republic to back to kingdom. That's from what I've read up at least. But now they're finally unified to an extent. There's still Kosovo, which has a considerable Albanian minority, but that's besides the point. So yeah, so as I said, it's going by pretty slow. My computer isn't the best, especially when recording. It's only a laptop, but that shouldn't deter me that much. I want to try to play some of the newer games besides Victoria 2. I just did an hour and a half stream recently. That's also on my channel that I think you guys should check out. It's pretty long. I don't expect one to sit through the whole thing, but but a lot of it's just a test of what I can really do on this computer, and just streaming and recording videos of really the games that I love to play and commentate on my own. I think it's a lot of fun, just sort of talking constantly. I hope no one finds it annoying. I certainly don't. But then again, that's me talking for myself. I don't expect this thing to gain much traction, but it's just me putting out what I like to do on a channel. I don't think there's any harm in that. What I'm really looking forward to is the new expansion for Hearts of Iron 4. It's said to give focus trees, which, if you don't know, are like these. This is just a basic focus tree. Most countries have this. I can go over to Yugoslavia and they have the same thing. But actually, I think it was Yugoslavia, Romania, maybe Hungary and Czechoslovakia too. These Eastern European countries that would get their own focus tree, which is quite a considerable expansion, because all of these countries played a big part in World War II, and they're very important. But I'm really excited for what Paradox is gonna do. I mean, it's probably gonna be $15 for an expansion that should just be included in a free update anyway, but I guess it is what it is. So we're slowly and steadily, look how slow this thing is going. And this is like with, I think, most of my settings. I turned off a lot of this stuff, everything's at low. Yeah. It makes no difference because the speed is going very high. How's Ethiopia doing? I have yet to see Ethiopia ever actually, at the very least, push back the Italian invaders. I wouldn't be surprised if someone did it on their own. But the AI, I don't think anyone's ever done it with the AI. I think it'd be pretty cool. Getting some alternate history in there. I think the fact that I'm playing as Albania and I plan to do things differently anyway, that's enough alternative history as it is. Alternative history is very interesting to listen to. And there are a lot of actual Hearts of Iron mods that define that, like Kaiserreich. Kaiserreich is a very popular, really cool Hearts of Iron mod that really, sort of expands your knowledge on what could have been. It's really interesting, and for those of you who play Hearts of Iron 4, I really recommend checking it out. It's a shame. I wish they had more portraits for, because this portrait down here is just the default portrait, and I actually remember when this guy didn't even have a portrait. It was just a blank thing. I'm really excited on what this game can be in the future and how they're gonna improve it. Because there's definitely a lot of stuff that they can go on about, like espionage. Because that was a very crucial part in World War II, and I feel that the game could expand a lot on that. It sounds pretty cool too. I'm sort of interested what Czechoslovakia's national focus tree will be, because they because even before the war, they were technically dissolved by the German Reich after the Sudeten crisis. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool if every country got their own focus tree. Like, you know, even countries that don't really last that long. Austria gets Anschluss pretty early on, and hell, even Albania too. Imagine if Albania got their own focus tree. But, you know, like countries that actually participated in the war, like Greece, Bulgaria, you know, the Low Countries, even countries like Denmark and Norway, or Sweden and Finland, all of them need focus trees. And they shouldn't all be $15 each. Come on, Paradox. It is the complaint of every Paradox gamer to have cheaper expansions and DLC. That would be very nice. Only in a perfect world. Only in a perfect world. Alright, so we're almost at the end of our first national focus. It's taken us probably almost 20 minutes to get one of these things down, which is sort of sad, but it is what it is. Ah, there we go. Alright, so next we want to go for construction, just so we can get some more factories in there. Oh, and there goes the Rhineland. Back to Germany. Worrying. I don't think the Albanians really need to be worried about anything once I construct the ultimate superior Albanian defense structures. Anyway, I think for now that's pretty much it. I just sort of want to have sort of wanted to have an introduction just to see where this should go. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you all check out the next video and other things I have on the channel.